Shri Parashakti Vidyala CBSE Class 9th Standard Subject English.
Dear students, hope you fine. Today we are going to have some more fun by listening to the adventures of Toto written by Ruskin Bond. Before we begin with the lesson, let us recall the story. Grandfather bought a monkey called Toto from a Tonga driver. Toto was a naughty monkey. All the time he kept creating problems for others. The moment Toto entered the house, he started damaging the house and other things. He pulled out the peg door, wallpapers, and others' blazers. He never let other animals live in harmony. Grandfather took Toto to Saharanpur in a bag. The ticket collector called Toto as a dog and charged 3 rupees. Now I'll read the next 3 paragraphs. When Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in the stable where he had for a companion the family donkey Nana. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches and she jerked back, dragging Toto with her. He had fastened onto her long ears with his sharp little teeth. Toto and Nana never became friends. A great treat for Toto during cold winter evenings was the large bowl of warm water given him by grandmother for his bath. He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand, then gradually step into the bath, first one foot, then the other, as he had seen me doing, until he was into the water up to his neck. Here, halter means strap around a donkey's neck. Haunches means back part of the body. Stable, a place for keeping horses. Finally, Toto was accepted by the grandmother. He was kept in a stable with Nana. Nana is the name of the donkey. Grandfather visits the stable to check whether Toto was comfortable with the new place. He was surprised to see Nana, the donkey, was restless. He was trying to keep her head as far as possible from the bundle of hay. Hay means dry grass. Grandfather stabbed at her back. Nana dragged Toto with her. Nana was biting her long ears with his sharp teeth. So only Nana was restless. Toto and Nana never became friends. During winter, Toto is given a large bowl of warm water to bathe himself. He takes the temperature with his hand and then step into the bath, first one foot and then the other foot until he was with the water up to his neck. Now I'll read the other paragraphs. Once comfortable, he would take the soap in his hands or feet and rub himself all over. When the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. If anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feelings would be hurt and he would refuse to go on with his bath. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. Finding the water just warm enough for a bath, he got in with his head sticking out from the open kettle. This was just fine for a while, until the water began to boil. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside, sat down again. He continued hopping up and down for some time, until grandmother arrived and hauled him off boiled out of the kettle. Here, performance means act. Kettle means a container. Lid means cover. Hopping, jumping across. Haul means pulled. After getting into the warm water, he rubbed himself all over with the soap. He learned it all from the author. Another day, Toto got in a large kitchen kettle, which was on fire to boil. He enjoyed the warm water, but when the water turned out to be hot, he jumped up and down. Suddenly, the grandmother arrived and pulled him out in off-boiled condition. Now I'll read the last three paragraphs. Listen carefully. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. He was always tearing things to pieces. Whenever one of my aunts came near him, he made every effort to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it. One day at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao stood in the center of the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. My grandmother screamed and Toto threw a plate at her. One of my aunts rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through a window. We found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree, the dish still in his arms. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice, determined on finishing every grain. And then, in order to spite grandmother, who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight when it broke into 100 pieces. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of the pet we could keep for long. Even grandfather realized that we are not well to do and could not afford the frequent loss of dishes, cloths, curtains, and wallpaper. So, grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for only 3 rupees. Here, stuffing means eating a lot. Screamed means cried. Spite, hurt. Realized means felt. Toto was very naughty. He was fully devoted to mischief. If any part of the brain specially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto's brain. He used to tear everything into pieces. He tore up the dresses of the ant. One day at lunchtime, Toto ate the large bowl of pulao. He threw dishes at grandmother and splashed water on the ant's face. When grandfather arrived, he took pulao bowl and ran out of the window. He sat on a jackfruit tree with pulao bowl. He remained there all afternoon and ate pulao completely. When grandmother screamed at him, he threw the dish down and it was broken. Toto caused much mess to the family. They could not tolerate him anymore. He proved to be an expensive deal, so it was impossible for the family to afford the frequent loss of dishes, cloths, curtains, and wallpaper. Because of the repeated troubles caused by Toto, grandfather decided that Toto was not the type of pet to be kept in the house. He sold Toto back to the Tonga driver only for 3 rupees and heaved a sigh of relief. So it is better to allow animals like monkeys to live in the wild rather than trying to rear them at home. Do you understand, children? Now it's time to do your homework. Read the lesson and find out answers to the questions. Number 1. How does Toto come to grandfather's private zoo? Number 2. Toto was a pretty monkey. In what sense is Toto pretty? Number 3. Why does grandfather take Toto to Saharanpur and how? Why does the ticket collector insist on calling Toto a dog? Fourth one. How does Toto take a bath? Where has he learned to do this? How does Toto almost boil himself alive? Fifth one. Why does the author say Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. That's all for today, students. Thank you very much.